Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Twins today is Paul Moskau, whose record is 10-14 with a 4.32 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dan Petry, whose record is 2-1 with a 3.90 ERA. Okay, we are on a 8-game losing streak as we are still managing to hang around. We're only a half game back of the Yankees now. So we're not out of it, but 8 in a row is not hopeful. And after yesterday's loss, where we were playing the team that's in last place, the worst record in baseball, and we were facing their number 5 starting pitcher, a rookie named Tom Clawwitter, who absolutely shut us down. We only managed 1 run yesterday, and we are playing atrocious baseball. And one of our big culprits is Lance Parrish, who's going to get the day off today. And I just wanted to show you this because it infuriates me. And nobody, this game does not promise that the stats are going to be exactly what you want. But if you take a look at the season we're in here, where Lance had 21 doubles, 11 home runs, 45 RBI. Take a look at that. We're going to flip over here to his baseball reference page. I already pulled it up. And if you look at his 1981 stats, so the previous season, which was a strike-shortened season, 18 doubles, 10 home runs, 46 RBI. So we're right in that same range through 96 games is what he played in 81. And you compare that to his 109 games played this year, and the statistics aren't really that far off. What it gets really frustrating is Parrish made his 16th error yesterday in that ball game, and despite all the errors, he still has a positive defensive WAR and positive range all 3 seasons. But if you take a look at Lance Parrish's fielding statistics, we're going to scroll down here real quick. Never in his career did he have more than 9 errors in a season. And in fact, 1982, the season we're playing, he threw out 46% of the base runners that were stealing against him, and he had 8 errors. In 1983, the season will sim next, he had 49%. He led the league in runners thrown out, caught stealing. And that was the start of 3 consecutive Gold Gloves. So we're looking at a Gold Glove catcher with a rifle for an arm. And you look at his statistics defensively, and he's had double digits errors each year that we've simmed. So, and his caught stealing percentage last year was his best at 35%. Again, if you're looking at these previous stats, this was before our sim started. So I just wanted to point that out. While I feel like his offensive numbers are kind of realistic considering the 1981 season that we're coming off of. His defensive statistics aren't even close. It's kind of a joke, actually. And very frustrating. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. We need to break this streak. We're going against the Twins ace. And opposing him is going to be Dan Petry. It looks like the current Twins roster only has 3 plate appearances against them, so who knows how today's game is going to go. All the bullpen is available. Looking at the lineup, Paul Moskau is a righty. So Bobby Ramos will catch today in place of Parrish. We got Gibby back in there. He had 2 days off. We're going to stick him right in the cleanup spot. Whitaker and Hatcher are, of course, still listed as tired. We did not give them the day off, and we're not going to give them the day off today. We're going to try to play through this and break this slump that we're in. Let's go ahead and look at the Twins lineup rundown. Batting leadoff and DHing today is Dave Machemer. Batting second at second base is Kirk Seibert. Batting third and catching is Dave Engle. Batting cleanup in center field is Mike Hart. Batting fifth at third base is Dave Roberts. Batting sixth in left field is Mike Anderson. Batting seventh at first base is Billy Smith. Batting eighth at shortstop is Mike Fischlin. And batting ninth in right field is Hosken Powell. So a couple different batters in the lineup. I mean, they have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 batters under 200 and another 2 in the 200 to 215 range. And we cannot beat them. Okay, Dan Petrie on the mound, making his 6th start since coming off the IL, missing the whole season. He's 2-1 with a 3.90 ERA. You might think he's not pitching terribly. His opponent's batting average is only 240, but if you take a look at his log, his starts have been kind of rough, and he has yet to throw 100 pitches. We'd like to get him there today. His endurance is at 81, so he can go 110 pitches before he gets tired. We just can't seem to ramp him up to that level. So maybe today is the day. His fastball is his best pitch. We know that. He's got a slider that's above average and then a change in the curve that he mixes in. And here is the Tigers' defensive alignment for today's game. The outfield defense back to its normal positioning. And Bobby Ramos behind the plate. Here's Dave Machemer leading off against Dan Petrie. Machemer popping it up to Hatcher at third. And an error. I was just going to say, I wonder if the fact that he's listed as tired, if Whitaker and Hatcher will both have bad defensive games. That was actually in my mouth. I couldn't get it out before the error happened. And there we go. Runner on first. The leadoff man is on, just like yesterday as when he walked with Rosema. And then he was caught stealing. Again, Machemer was 1 for 2 yesterday in stealing. And Ramos guns him down. Maybe we need to be more aggressive today. As Kurt Seibert flies out to right. Eddie Miller in right today. 2 down. The catcher, Dave Engle, he had the day off yesterday. Sal Butera caught. And there's a base hit up the middle, so the rest did him good. Probably the best hitter in the lineup, as his average is up to 274. So runner on first for Mike Hart, and there's an infield single. So that's 3 base runners already reaching base here in the first inning. With Dave Roberts up, Dave Roberts hit his first home run in 4 years yesterday. Another embarrassing moment in this stretch of terrible gameplay as Roberts strikes out swinging. So Petrie gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Here is the Tigers lineup rundown for today's game against Paul Moskau. Batting leadoff in right field is Eddie Miller. Batting second and DHing is Rod Carew. Batting third in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting cleanup in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting fifth at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting sixth at first base is Eddie Murray. Batting seventh at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting eighth at shortstop is Mark Wagner. And batting ninth and catching today is Bobby Ramos. Let's take a look at Paul Moskau. Traded to Minnesota in our very first sim season, very early on. He got 2 starts for Cincinnati. And then as you can see here, he's been a reasonable pitcher for the Twins, having a great year last year, 12-7 when the Twins won the division. You see he went 1-1 in the ALCS with a pretty bad ERA and more walks and strikeouts. That'll make you lose any playoff series. His fastball tops out around 91 miles an hour. Curveball's his best pitch, rated an 87. His change and his fastball both below average. And he is going to arbitration at the end of this year, so the Twins will have to make a decision on him. Will they keep him? Will they let him go? Here is the Twinkies' defensive alignment. A little bit better defensively, as Billy Smith is a better first baseman than who played first base yesterday. I'm already forgetting the first baseman who was defensively inept. But they still struggle there at third with Dave Roberts. So here is Eddie Miller leading off against Paul Moskau. And he ropes it into center field on a line caught by Mike Hart. So one down. Here's Rod Carew. We gave him the day off yesterday versus the lefty. Slow roller to first, and Billy Smith makes the play. 2 down. Here's Rickey, and Rickey hits a grounder to second, and that's it. So, again, three Twins got on base in the first inning, and no Tigers. Unbelievable. Here's Mike Anderson. This guy is a career pinch hitter. I guess he did get some PT back in the Phillies days. And he was out of baseball by 1980, and so he's still playing in our sim and probably thriving against our pitchers. Hey, there's a strikeout for Petrie. No walks yet for Petrie. That's something, I guess. Here's Billy Smith, switch hitter. There it is. And that was definitely coming after I mentioned it. Billy Smith on first after the walk. Good speed. Here's Mike Fischlin. He had the day off yesterday as Kurt Seibert moved over to shortstop. Popping it up here. And Wagner makes the play. 2 down. Runner on first. Here's Hosken Powell. And Billy Smith steals second. That is his third stolen base on the season. Runner in scoring position now. And he tried to steal third. What is the deal with the Twinkies? Maybe a little overly aggressive, as they've been thrown out on the base path twice. So we go to the bottom of the second. Here's Gibson leading off. Gibson, Hatcher, and Murray. Gibby, again, had 2 days off in a row, grounding out to first. 1 down. Mickey Hatcher, moving him down in the lineup since he's listed as tired, and he comes through with a base hit. So Hatcher goes oppo to right for a single. Oh, man. Eddie Murray still does not have an extra base hit. Even Howard Johnson has an extra base hit. We're going to try to hit and run with the runner on first, be aggressive, but Murray can't even manage to give us a ground ball to move Hatcher over. 2 down for Lou. Lou had 3 strikeouts in yesterday's ball game, flying out to right, and that'll do it. So we did get a hit. Hatcher comes through for us. So we go to the top of the third. Hosken Powell, who was at the plate when Billy Smith was thrown out at third, will lead off. Here's a grounder to Hatcher. Hatcher makes the play this time. I have no complaints with Hatcher defensively. I thought he'd be totally inept, and he's actually hung in there and played a pretty solid third base, better than Tom Brookins ever did for us. Back to the top of the lineup with Machemer. He pops out to Hatcher. 2 down. Here's Kurt Seibert. Seibert loops it into left center field, and it will be caught by Gibson for the third out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Petrie, which he desperately needed. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. Mark Wagner leading off. Marky Wag still coming through for us. There you go. Look at a leadoff walk. Let's see if Ramos could drop down a sacrifice bunt. Not something he's good at. He's right at the average for that skill set, and he pops it straight up. Hopefully Wagner gets back. He does. 1 down. We cannot do anything right in this stretch. Eddie Miller, there we go, with 1 down, gets a base hit into right field. First and third with Rod Carew up, only 1 out, and this guy even at his advanced age, still has a 91 contact, so you know we're hitting a running here. A ground ball will score a run. A base hit would be even better. Oh, a comebacker to Moskau. Wagner was going on the play, and he does score, and the Tigers take the lead 1-0. Miller on second. So we did have the early lead. We scored a run in the first inning yesterday. And I think that's important to get the early lead as Rickey strikes out looking. But it didn't mean anything yesterday. Okay, we go to the top of the fourth. Engle, Hart, and Roberts are due up. Engle slides it over to Murray at first. We do have 3 Gold Glovers defensively. We have Murray, Whitaker, and Henderson in center. One down. Here's Mike Hart flying out to Miller in right field. 2 down. I'll leave it up to Dave Roberts. And, of course, Petrie walks the worst hitter in the lineup. 2 walks for Petrie. Mike Anderson up next. Jacks it to left field. Fortunately, Gibson was roaming to his left and makes the play. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Gibby's going to lead it off. His average is down to 278. Ever since he hit his 19th home run, he's just gone dormant. And there's a base hit. Gets past the shortstop Fischlin. And we are definitely going to take a chance stealing second with Gibson out there. Be aggressive. It's a curveball. A 73-mile-an-hour curveball, and he was thrown out. That is bullshit, and you know it. Unbelievable. Hatcher flying out to right field. You're telling me that Gibson could not steal second base on a 73-mile-an-hour curveball? Hatcher grounds out, flies out, and then Murray grounds out to short. We're going to the 5th. Do I let Petrie pitch this inning? It's a switch hitter, a righty, and a lefty. It's 7, 8, and 9, and I have no confidence that he can go 5. I mean, we're already losers. We may as well play out the string here. Smith grounds out to third. Mike Fischlin flies out to center field, 413 feet. Put a charge into it. 2 down for Hosken, Powell, and a base hit, of course. Into center field. That's the 3rd hit for the Twins today. Will Powell be going? The way that Minnesota is showing their aggression today, I expect them all to go. Nope, another base hit into center field. Powell takes 3rd. And here's Kurt Seibert, a 197 hitter with no home runs. Petrie induces a ground ball that gets past Wagner for a base hit. Unfucking believable. 1-1 as the run scores. I should never even let Petrie pitch this inning. As Engle hits a comebacker. And that'll finish off the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. All tied at 1. Paul Moskau pitching a gem. Whitaker can't even get the ball to the infield. His average is down to 254. Wagner grounding out to short as well. And then Ramos, he gets a base hit to right. With 2 outs, absolutely means nothing. And then a grounder from Miller. We're going to the 6th inning. Petry's at 69 pitches. Oh, there we go. Ground ball to short. Same play that somehow snuck through on Wagner last inning, allowed the run to score by the worst hitter on the team. This time it's a ground out. Petrie gets Roberts to pop it up to Wags. 2 down. And then Mike Anderson rips it into left field for a base hit. So 6 hits, 2 walks, and safe on an error in the first inning. So that's 9 base runners. We're not even through 6. And there's a make it 10 with Billy Smith. We're going to pull the outfield in. Try to prevent something from falling in if we can. Goes the opposite field, and Miller makes the play. Wow, that looked like it had double written all over it. Good play by Miller. Keep the score tied. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm not giving anybody player of the game until we actually win a ball game. Rod Carew strikes out. 0 for 3 today. I think he's washed up, folks. We'd be better off with Kevin Bass in there. At least Bass is on a 5-game hitting streak. No, of course we're not going to go for 2. We'll try to have him steal second base. So there's an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, right? I mean, high, like where you want it if you're a catcher. And Henderson is safe at second. That is his 34th stolen base. He is getting his percentage incrementally better. And he is in scoring position for Gibby. He's 1 for 2 and pops it up. This is unbelievable. Hatcher strikes out. Oh my God, I can't even mentally function anymore. We go to the top of the 7th. I mean, I feel like Petry's gone as far as he can go. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to take him out. We're going to start utilizing our bullpen. As Kepi comes in to face Hosken Powell, lefty on lefty. Powell batting 186 versus left-handers. Well, gets a piece of it, sends it out to right field where Miller makes the play. 1 down. Here's Dave Machemer. Machemer is like an all-star level hitter in this ball game. This guy, 31 years old, basically just got the job DHing, and for whatever reason, he has destroyed us. This is his 4th game in a row with at least 2 hits. Here's Kurt Seibert. Oh, laying down a bunt. Didn't see that coming. That's how you get it done. Seibert moves Machemer into scoring position. We're going to intentionally walk Dave Engle to get to Mike Hart. That'll be a lefty on lefty with 2 outs. Mike Hart batting 177, 226 on base percentage, and a 266 slugging. So George should dominate. Nope, base hit, of course. Absolutely fucking bullshit. 2-1. We're going to bring in Tom Hume. Not that it's going to make a difference. Twins take the lead. It's 2-1. We cannot do anything right. I mean, Murray cannot get it out of the infield. He is batting 189 since the trade. Whitaker had a 3-0 count, and he swings down a run. I got nothing against Mark Wagner. We're going to the 8th. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's literally nothing we can do to win. Yeah. There's absolutely nothing. When the game started with the error, that's when you knew it was over, you know? Bobby Ramos flying out to center. Miller grounding out to third. An error. I'm cutting Carew after the ball game. He's done. Yeah, we'll bring in Kevin Bass, right? He's our best hitter. He can hit and run. I mean, there's no point in stealing second. We're down 2 runs. And he strikes out looking. I mean, there's nothing we can do. The game just will not let us win. All right, we're going to the 9th. We're down 3-1. Machemer again crushing it to right. Seibert strikes out. Engle's going to gap it. 12 hits for the Twins. There's 13. It's 4-1. Tigers are down to their last out. A complete game gem. Tigers lose 4-1. We are still only a half game back. Look at that, 1-9 in our last 10. We have now lost 9 in a row, and we may not ever win again. Let's take a look at the transactions. UL Washington of Kansas City had a 33-game hit streak come to an end. What's that like? A 33-game hit streak, and he's only played in 23 games this year. So that actually went back to last year. How many pinch hit games was that? No pinch hits. These were all starts. That's crazy. That is crazy pants. And yet he's only batting .264. How do you have a 33-game hitting streak and bat .264? All these 1-for-5s. That's crazy. Steve Rogers of Montreal is going to miss a month. That probably will take Montreal out of it. And then St. Louis loses Danny Cox, who is in the rotation for the rest of the year, so he's done. All right. No player of the game, folks, as the Tigers lose 4-1. It's loading. It's just going to take a second. I have no idea what to do. We had 5 hits. I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing we can do to possibly win a ball game. Petry wasn't horrible. I mean, the bullpen certainly overused. Could not come through against that. What is it? Like the 27 Yankees, which are the Minnesota Twins now, getting 13 hits. All right, we're going to come back tomorrow and try to lose again. Until then, you guys have a good day.